I've always loved the idea of an open road. My wife, my 3 kids, our caravan, the coastline that stretches forever. Camping, water sports and adventure. That's my version of a good life. But there was one problem. No setup seemed to solve this. Caravanning and taking a jet ski at the same time. Now, I love my jet skis. We already had the caravan, and with 5 of us, taking a jet ski as well, it just wasn't possible. So I developed this idea to put my stand-up jet ski on the drawbar of my caravan. But it's only one person fun. This is the little jet ski that I've got on the front of the caravan. I've got this aluminium jet ski dolly, which I take it off, walk it down to the ramp, but I'm always by myself, so I'd love to be able to take the bigger ski. I started looking at touring trucks, you know, those big four-wheel drives? They cross continents. They're incredible. They cost more than half of my house. I wasn't really chasing hardcore off-road. I like travelling on rivers and coastlines and beaches. So I had a good think, what do I actually need? I found an old 2-wheel drive government truck. It was a good price, nothing flash, not extreme, strong, reliable and simple. It was going to be perfect. I stripped it all back to bare metal. Took the boxes off, cutting, grinding, welding. I painted up the boxes, I got it all looking very nice, all ready for my jet ski to go on. At first, I thought the crane was the answer. Lift on, lift off, nice and easy. I don't know whether to have the crane at the back corner or at the front corner. If I have it on the back, it's going to reach out 3.7 meters, which is kind of probably to there. So I'd be able to put the ski straight into the water. But if I do it here, then I've got to put it on a dolly, unload it probably where there's all these crates are, and then roll it in. But I don't know whether that would be better anyway, because it means when I pull it out of the water, I have to wash it and get it in fresh water before dumping it back up here onto the trucko, which means that the tray won't rust out as much. In reality, I'd have to launch where the crane could reach the water, and it would make it hard for beach days. It would make it hard for camping. Whoa, we gotta stop here. So, the weather at Easter was beautiful. I went out for a ski with one of my buddies and, I broke a few bones. The project was on hold until I could learn to walk again.
6 months later.
This guy is the only guy on the whole internet that I found that did what I want to do. So I decided I need a dolly, big sand wheels. I could tow it like a cart. I could also change the tyres over to strong wheelbarrow tyres, and I could use that on bitumen or concrete. Look at this. This is my jet ski cart. So I got these solid bunks here, and it should sit pretty solidly on all of that. Going over bumps in the road and stuff. Show from the back. You can't see because of the rag, but you can sort of see where the hull grooves are, and it's perfectly in between that. Okay, so this is the setup. The ski will be on top of the truck here, and then this here is going to be a side gate. It sits here, and so take that off, come down, put it in the boat ramp. This there will have a hook on it. Anyway, I've got this boat winch here, which will be fastened into the drawbar. This is a triple gear boat winch, and I use an impact driver to drive it. Pull the ski up like that. Good one.
Mum, is it time for my phone?
And then that gets ratcheted up until it gets up all the way. It was going to be good, but there were a lot of angles, gradients, and sort of shapes at play. The ground clearance was an issue. The ski would potentially hit at the front or knock at the back as it went up the ramps. It was a bit concerning. I didn't know how I would turn it either, because the ski's quite heavy. Eventually, my third idea, it was based on a Jimny on a truck. It was to get the whole jet ski with the trailer on it, the original trailer, up onto the truck. I got to work. This little ski here is about 110 kilos as opposed to this one here, which is about 320, and the trailer's about another 120. So I factored all my weights into 500 kilos, and I think to be safe, I'll start off with the little one. I'll get this up on the truck first. So a friend of mine gave me a winch. It has a remote control, so I mounted the winch on the truck, and I decided to give it a shot. After I got comfortable with taking the Superjet up and down the ramps, I decided to once again dump the jet ski on the grass, and I was going to give it a shot with my aluminium trailer. Here it goes. And I've got this trailer back up here, which is going to have my jet ski on it for when I go travelling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big angle extension coming out so the wheel can't physically fall off, and then tight down appropriately and whatnot. And then, yeah, I'm going to put a tow bar there, which will hook into that, and that'll lock down. And then at the back here, I'm going to put, I'll get the straps over the wheels or a axle tie down. So I put the winch up here with the remote control, with a huge solid bar, massive 120 by 100 mil beam going across. So we had an issue with, as the winch was pulling in, I had to physically pick it up here. So what I got is this channel here, which will sit like this, and I'll get a pin to drop in it. But basically, this channel here fits into there, so that'll guide it. How good! Everything seems fine. I think we're ready for the test. It is a hot day, so we've come to the shade of my office. Cool, so I'll drop a pin in there. This is for the jockey wheel. And then it's going to go up and right along that top hat. Now I'm planning on the jockey wheel to sort of guide it, and so that's sort of the train track, if you like, that the back wheels will follow up. Been building the thing in my head for 2 years. You wouldn't believe it. I got so caught up in the fun, I forgot to record. I meant to get all of this on a time lapse. Check it out, got it done.
Yeah, we got it done. So it's house done.
It's a really good milestone to get the ski up on the truck. I feel like we've just made it. I've got to do a few of those extra welding jobs on the headboard and whatnot, and then I'm ready to show my family, or show my wife. I'm sure she'll be very impressed. I'm sure she'll be very proud of me and super happy that the job is actually over. Not entirely sure what angle every time we put the ramp on, so I've modified these to have a little swivel thing on them. And then this here's my tow bar that'll go on the headboard. All right, this is it. The maiden voyage. Here we go. Sadly, I need to wrap this up, so I don't have any footage of the caravan being towed by the truck. Now, I know this video has been about the truck build to carry the jet ski, but the underlying purpose of this project, it's really about something else. It's about spending time with my family, getting outdoors, slowing down, enjoying God's creation. You know, God created the whole of Australia, so beautiful. So it's moments like this, we need to enjoy His creation and get back into perspective. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and look, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments just below.